In a world obsessed with more, minimalism might seem like just another passing trend. But what if I told you that owning fewer things could actually make you happier, less stressed, and even healthier? Shockingly, the average American home holds around 300,000 items, and studies show that clutter is linked to higher levels of anxiety and lower productivity. So, why do we keep accumulating things when all they do is weigh us down? Minimalism isn't just about cleaning up your space, it's about cleaning up your life. It's a lifestyle choice that helps you focus on what truly matters. In this video, we'll explore why minimalism is not a trend, but a lasting shift that can improve your mental health, relationships, and overall happiness. Stay tuned to learn how living with less can give you more freedom, joy, and purpose than you ever thought possible. Chapter 1. Beyond the hype. The true essence of minimalism. Minimalism is more than a trend, it's a way of life. You've seen the Instagram photos, right? Clean white spaces, neutral colors, and perfectly aligned decor. But real minimalism isn't about how your home looks, it's about how you live. It's about intentionality, not style. Many people mistake minimalism for simply owning fewer things, but that's only the surface. True minimalism is about shedding what doesn't serve you, whether it's possessions, commitments, or even relationships. It's about making space for what really matters. The idea of minimalism goes far back in history. In fact, philosophers like Socrates and Thoreau preached about living simply, long before it became an aesthetic trend. Thoreau's famous words in Walden reflect this: simplify, simplify. His message wasn't about owning fewer objects, it was about clearing away distractions to focus on what really brings value to life. So, when we talk about minimalism, we mean more than just having fewer things. It's about living with purpose, and each decision you make aligns with your values. Whether it's buying fewer clothes or spending more time with your family, minimalism challenges you to evaluate everything in your life. The goal isn't just to declutter, it's to create space for clarity. One thing many don't realize is how deeply minimalism can impact your mental well-being. Studies show that clutter can cause stress, reduce productivity, and even contribute to anxiety. The less cluttered your surroundings, the clearer your mind. By embracing minimalism, you're also embracing peace of mind. Chapter 2. Simplify to amplify. How less makes life fuller. Living with less doesn't mean living without. In fact, it often leads to a more abundant life. The more you declutter your physical space, the more room you create for meaningful experiences and personal growth. Studies have shown that minimalism boosts happiness. In a 2018 study, participants who reduced their material possessions reported feeling less stressed and more fulfilled. Think about it. How often do you find yourself overwhelmed by the sheer number of choices in your life? From the clothes you wear to the food you eat, having too many options can actually create mental fatigue. Minimalism helps eliminate unnecessary decisions, so you can focus on the things that truly matter. This doesn't just apply to physical items but also your time and energy. The less you're juggling, the more you can give to the people and passions that matter most. Minimalism encourages you to say no to things that drain you, so you can say yes to the things that bring joy. Take the famous quote by Steve Jobs: "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do." Minimalism helps you create the space to do what you love, whether it's a career, a hobby, or simply spending time with loved ones. A big part of minimalism is also being present. When you simplify, you give yourself the gift of being fully present in your experiences. Without distractions, you can focus on the moment and truly appreciate it. This leads to deeper connections with others and a richer, more fulfilling life. A survey by the American Psychological Association found that 50% of people say that their cluttered homes cause them stress. By simplifying, you can reduce that stress and allow room for deeper, more meaningful relationships. You'll notice that once you let go of excess, the moments you do have feel more profound. Chapter 3. The Anti-Buying Movement. Minimalism in a consumer-driven world. In today's consumer-driven society, buying more is often seen as the key to happiness. Advertisements push the idea that new products will solve our problems, make us more stylish, and ultimately make us feel better about ourselves. But what if the opposite were true? What if the solution to a happier, more fulfilling life was to buy less? Minimalism directly challenges the consumer culture we've grown accustomed to. Instead of constantly upgrading or acquiring new things, minimalism encourages us to make do with what we already have. It's not about deprivation, it's about liberation. By choosing to own fewer things, we free ourselves from the burden of maintaining and storing them. There's data to back this up. A study by the University of California found that individuals who focused on experiences over material goods had higher levels of happiness. Experiences, like travel or quality time with loved ones, create lasting memories, while material possessions provide fleeting satisfaction. This doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love or become a true minimalist in the strictest sense. Rather, it's about shifting your mindset. Instead of viewing possessions as a measure of success, you begin to focus on what adds true value to your life. For example, did you know that the average American home has nearly 300,000 items? That's a lot of stuff to manage, clean, and maintain. When you scale back, you not only simplify your living space but also reduce the mental load of constantly managing your belongings. Less stuff, less stress. Embracing minimalism as an anti-buying movement also benefits the environment. The fashion industry, for instance, is one of the largest polluters in the world, contributing 10% of global carbon emissions. By buying less and choosing more sustainably, we can have a direct impact on reducing waste. Minimalism, then, becomes a powerful tool not only for personal well-being but also for creating positive change in the world. By rejecting the constant need for more, you start living in alignment with a more sustainable, conscious way of being. If you're enjoying this journey of simplicity, don't forget to subscribe to get more practical tips on how minimalism can transform your life. Chapter 4. Mind over Matter. The psychological benefits of minimalism. Minimalism doesn't just simplify your home, it can simplify your mind, too. In today's fast-paced world, our brains are constantly bombarded with information and distractions. We've got to-do lists, emails, social media, and countless other demands on our attention. This overload can lead to stress, anxiety, and decision fatigue. By adopting minimalism, you're actively choosing to reduce the mental clutter. Studies show that clutter is directly linked to higher levels of stress and anxiety. According to a study by the Princeton University Neuroscience Institute, clutter can actually reduce your brain's ability to focus. When your environment is messy, your brain is constantly trying to process the chaos, which makes it harder to concentrate on important tasks. But when you simplify your space, you free up mental energy for more important things. Minimalism offers a way to regain control of your environment and ultimately, your mind. By clearing out the excess and organizing your surroundings, you create space for clarity. One of the most powerful effects of minimalism is the reduction in decision fatigue. When you have fewer things to worry about, you have more energy to focus on your goals. It's not just your home that benefits from minimalism, it's your relationships, too. When you're not constantly cleaning, organizing, or buying new things, you can direct your energy toward connecting with others. Imagine how much more fulfilling your relationships could be if you spent less time shopping and more time engaging with the people you care about. Decluttering is also known to improve sleep. According to a survey by the National Sleep Foundation, people with organized spaces tend to sleep better. A tidy bedroom can create a calming atmosphere that helps you wind down at the end of the day. When your space is calm and peaceful, your mind follows suit. Minimalism also promotes mindfulness. The act of letting go of unnecessary items forces you to be present and intentional about your choices. Whether you're deciding what to keep or what to toss, you are practicing mindfulness, which can lead to greater mental peace and happiness. Chapter 5. Minimalism as a lifelong journey, not a quick fix. Minimalism isn't something you just achieve and move on from, it's a continuous journey. It's about consistently reevaluating your life and making intentional decisions about what truly adds value. The process of simplifying is ongoing. As your life changes, so will your needs and values, and minimalism gives you the space to adjust accordingly. The beauty of minimalism is that it can grow with you. At first, it may be about getting rid of unnecessary clothes or gadgets. But over time, you may begin to pare down your schedule, your commitments, and even the people in your life who no longer align with your values. Minimalism is a dynamic process, always evolving as you grow. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Minimalism is about creating systems, simple, repeatable ones, that support your desired lifestyle. It's not about reaching an end goal, but about continuously refining your environment and actions to support a life of purpose. In the long run, minimalism makes room for personal growth. It's easy to get stuck in the cycle of accumulating things, but when you stop adding to your collection, you can start adding to your life. Whether it's learning new skills, focusing on your health, or fostering relationships, minimalism provides the freedom to grow in ways you might not have expected. One of the most powerful aspects of minimalism is its ability to reduce burnout. The more you simplify, the less you have to juggle. Minimalism isn't about cutting out everything, it's about cutting out the excess, leaving only what's essential. This creates more space for rest and recovery, two key ingredients in avoiding burnout. Letting go of excess isn't just a one-time purge, it's a habit. When you commit to living minimally, you become more conscious of how you spend your time, energy, and resources. This awareness is what keeps minimalism alive in your daily life. It's a constant practice of self-reflection and recalibration. If you want to dive deeper into how minimalism can bring more freedom and joy to your life, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. Chapter 6. The Freedom of Less. Embracing a purpose-driven life. One of the most profound benefits of minimalism is the freedom it brings. The less you own, the less you're tied down to material possessions. You no longer have to worry about maintaining, storing, or keeping track of everything you own. This freedom can lead to a simpler, more fulfilling life. By embracing minimalism, you allow yourself the space to pursue a purpose-driven life. When you have fewer distractions, you can focus more clearly on what's important to you. Whether it's personal growth, a passion project, or your career, minimalism helps you align your energy with your values. Research shows that people who live with intention tend to be happier and more satisfied with their lives. According to a study by the American Psychological Association, individuals who live in alignment with their core values are more likely to experience higher levels of well-being and lower levels of stress. Minimalism helps you achieve that alignment by eliminating things that aren't serving you. Another key benefit of minimalism is financial freedom. By consuming less, you save more. This creates more opportunities to invest in experiences, travel, or pursue hobbies that bring you joy. When you're not constantly spending money on unnecessary items, you can put your resources toward what truly matters to you. In fact, minimalism is closely tied to financial independence. According to a survey by the Financial Independence Retire Early, FIRE, movement, people who embrace minimalist principles often find themselves on a faster track to financial independence. The less you spend, the more you can save and invest for the future. Minimalism also encourages you to embrace a life of purpose. Instead of getting caught up in the endless pursuit of stuff, minimalism invites you to reflect on what truly fulfills you. It's about identifying your passions and dedicating your time and resources to what aligns with your deeper sense of purpose. This approach to life can be incredibly liberating. It frees you from the constant need for approval or validation from others. In a world that often measures success by material wealth, minimalism teaches you to measure success by the richness of your experiences and relationships. Embracing minimalism also helps reduce the pressure to keep up with others. It shifts the focus away from external comparison and back to internal satisfaction. With fewer possessions and distractions, you can concentrate on what truly brings value to your life, rather than chasing the latest trends or possessions. Before you go, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep up with all the ways minimalism can help you live a more purposeful, fulfilled life.